When the night is calm and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see.
What's up, guys? Welcome to day number 24. Again, full transparency, I am house sitting for my parents, so I have been sleeping in bed the last couple nights. Figure, hey, take it if I can get it. I did want to show you guys, I did a little work this morning. I'm gonna do a little work later today. I just want to show you, I'm kind of doing some consolidation. I'm kind of going through my car and kind of deciding, what do I really use and what is just taking up space and weight in my car. So I realized I have this bag that's kind of full of like extra food items and stuff and like a few seasonings and like just random things. But I'm realizing like I never use this bag because, I'm able to store a little bit of food here at my parents' house, so I usually just come by once a day, grab my food, go cook it, and I'm done. And I'm more of like a 1 meal a day kind of person, like maybe a few snacks. So I don't find that I really need like a lot of snacks on hand or anything like that, because I don't know, I'm chill with my 1 meal and I don't get too hungry after that. So that's just taking up space in my car and it's just annoying. So I'm gonna be, probably throwing a lot of this stuff out. I might keep my towels and stuff to use for when I'm cooking. I need to wipe off my pans. But most of the stuff I'm probably just gonna toss, get rid of it. I might keep a couple seasonings and have like a seasoning bag, like a small one, so that way when I go to the park and I'm gonna eat, I can just grab my little seasoning bag with me and then use that for my seasonings. And then I'm gonna do a little laundry, of course, too. Overdue for some laundry, and gotta figure out what to do with my old rubber bed that I was using. I don't use it anymore, right? Because I'm using that foam pad instead, which way better sleep, less noisy, all that kind of stuff. So that's been a huge addition. That's been super helpful. I'd say the only big difference between sleeping in a bed is there is like more of a temptation to just stay up, because you're thinking, I have a nice cool house, so if I want to sleep in, I can, because the temperature is not going to change too much. And there's just so many temptations to just stay up, right? You've got, I got a big old TV where I can watch Netflix, and my parents have a Switch. I could play some Switch, or I've got my Oculus. I could play, VR, or there just seems to be, it's just more tempting to want to just stay up because there's just more stuff you can do. Whereas when I'm in my car, I typically, as soon as it gets dark, I'm already thinking like, okay, where do I want to sleep? Maybe I'll watch a little something on my phone, and then I'm sleeping, because I know that I cannot be in my car past like 8 or 9 a.m. because it just gets too hot. So if I'm going to bed at 2 in my car and I'm having to wake up at 7, 8 because it's too hot, well, it's gonna jack up my sleep, right? So it's a strong incentive for me just to, hey, it's dark, okay, maybe see if some friends want to hang out, 10, 11, okay, it's time. I gotta find a spot. I gotta get to bed. Kind of no nonsense. Boom. I'm up at 8. I'm up at 9. Ready to go. Ready to work. So yeah, I felt the temptation staying here. I was like, oh man, like I could just kind of fall back into these old habits, and I could just watch a movie or Netflix or do all these things, and I could be up till 2, 3 a.m. and I could just sleep in, but it's like, I gotta keep to the schedule, because I like being up earlier. I like being more productive. I like having more time to get work done. When you're self-employed like me and you have a lot of jobs that are independent contracting type work, you obviously have a little more flexibility. You can sleep in if you want. So I don't have a job that I necessarily have to get up early for. So that's kind of one of the benefits of being an independent contractor. You do have a little more time freedom, take time off whenever you want. Obviously, I was able to take off these last 3-4 days because Taylor was going to be in town, and we got to basically hang out every day for like 4 straight days, and it was freaking awesome. Taylor, if you're watching, dude, appreciate you, and had an awesome time with you, man. Honestly, such a blast. So much fun stuff. That A's game was incredible. Man, so good. Anyway, so good. Anyway, guys, yeah, so that's just kind of the things I'm thinking about. And, unfortunately, it looks like soccer season's over for the most part. So there's not going to be as many games available. So I am going to look for some other kind of work on top of doing Instacart, on top of my trading and investing. I'm going to be looking for something else. I am hopefully going to be doing water polo here soon. I reached out to an assigner, and he said that they, could use some more water polo officials. So I'll be starting training for that here in this upcoming month, and I'll hopefully start that by a little bit, late July. I'll be starting doing water polo during the week, which would be sick. So I'm a sports junkie. I'm trying to do as many sports as I can and just build my skill set for just being able to ref all sorts of sports. And that can be just a fun, job that I do throughout the season. Just keep me involved in sports, keep me active, keep me fresh, and just be able to give back to the community of sports. And, because I grew up playing sports, and obviously referees ref my games, and, I'm thankful that they did. And so I want to give back in that way to the kids and the youth, because I love sports. I'm passionate about sports, and they've, helped me in my life so much and give me a lot of enjoyment. So I want kids to be able to do that. And so reffing to me is a great way to give back to the youth and help them achieve their sports dreams. I won a nice Bitcoin short position that I took profit on today, and then I'm in actually a long position right now. So I'm going to be checking on those trades, looking for more opportunities in the market. Crypto's looking good right now. Yes, please. Excited about that. So I quickly wanted to just share with you guys kind of my thought process when it comes to food. Next Level Health, I'm all about food here. And I really view food as a fuel source, right? So that's a big part of my channel is I'm looking for the best sources of fuel, right? I want fuel that's sustainable, that lasts long, that keeps me, a lot of longevity in my mind and my body as time goes on. So that's why nutrition is so important to me. And so when I'm thinking about my day and I'm thinking about food, I'm thinking about it as fuel, and I'm thinking, okay, what do I need to be fueled for? Like, I have a big day. I've got a lot of things going on. I'm gonna hit the gym. I'm gonna do this and that. I'm gonna need some more fuel. Or, hey, I've got a lot of things going on throughout the day, and I don't want to have to eat, or I don't want to have to go to some fast food place because I didn't prepare. So for example, today I've got a pretty busy day ahead of me. I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna work, and I have buddies coming over to hang out in the evening time. And so that's a lot of activities, and that's a lot of things that are gonna require fuel. And I also don't wanna be sidetracked and have to go eat fast food or whatever. So I'm gonna fuel up right now, right? I'm not super hungry right now, but I've decided, hey, this is a great time for me to fuel up on my eggs, my ground beef, get a majority of the calories in right now, fuel up. It's a good fuel source. It's an amazing fuel source, honestly. And I recommend that on my channel all the time. Eggs, ground beef, that kind of stuff, animal foods, milk, etc. Fuel up on those type of foods. And then I'll be just ready to go the rest of my day. I don't even have to think about food. I won't even really be hungry at all either, because when you eat stuff like ground beef and eggs, you literally you don't feel hungry. It's beautiful. It really is. You'll be amazed if you started eating a pound of ground beef every day and eggs and stuff. You'd notice, man, you just hardly think about food. You're full and you feel fueled and ready to go. And so I'm gonna fuel up right now so I can pretty much gym, work, friends the rest of the night. I even have to think about food. I'm sure I'll snack on, banana or an apple here or there in the evening time, or, maybe if my friends and I want to go get a treat somewhere. Of course, I'm not gonna just not eat, right, anymore. But I just want to show you guys, that's kind of how I think about food in my day. I think about the efficiency of, when is a good time to eat to fuel up for the day? When can I fuel up to where I won't have to think about food the rest of the day, etc. if I've got other things going on. For example, I didn't have anything else going on, I might not eat right now. I might wait a little later till I get a little hungrier. And because I wouldn't have anything I necessarily need to be specifically fueled for. But I feel like from a time efficiency standpoint and a fuel standpoint, I need my fuel right now because I got things I got to do today, and I got to fuel up. So